Guys, hello, welcome back to the ShortTooth channel. This is probably the second or third time that I've had to come back from the dead, so to speak, come back to the channel due to illness and various situations, whatnot. I am sorry. I know I have been away for a very long time. For 3 weeks is not that long really in the real world, but in YouTube terms it is a long time. But I thought it's time that I come back and get back in the loop of things. Long story short, I was speaking to Chris Blue the other day, just filling him in on what's been going on. I've not been a very well guy, not been very well for the past few weeks. I've had a fair few things wrong with me. I've had a lot going on. I've had an eye infection. I've had a lot of weird, horrible stuff. I've just moved where I live as well. It's not that exciting. I moved from one room in the house into another room, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. But in that time, obviously, I've watched a lot of movies. I've been thinking there's so much stuff I want to feed back to you guys. I've been watching your videos intermittently on the YouTube space, but I didn't want to get involved and start making comments because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do a video in ages because of how I was feeling. So I thought I would leave it, wait until I made my big return, and then I'd get involved properly with you all again. But I'm back properly now. And I want to say, one of the first things I want to say is thank you so much. I'm up to 100 subscribers now. Really appreciate everyone that's subscribing, guys. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Thank you to Chris, who I'm sure has helped me out massively with that by joining me on my trip to Collectomania a few months ago. Thank you. And as promised, a competition will be on the way after this video. You can probably wait about 3 to 4 days and I will be uploading a competition video where I will be giving away something very special indeed. Several things very special indeed. One of which is my life, whereby I will do everything for you for a year. You get my services for 365 days. I'll do anything you ask. And all you've got to do is submit a 2-minute video on YouTube. So it's quite surprising how far people have come and how much they're willing to sell themselves and sell their souls for a YouTube channel. Stop all this jokes and silly shit now. Okay, here's the important bit. I am going to do a bit of a DVD, film, Blu-ray update for you here, but I also want to tell you about some changes that are going to be happening with this channel. The way I was doing it before, I was watching like 5 to 6 films in between videos, and then I was just reading them off and reviewing them for you. So you're getting like 6 films in a video. And then I was only doing them once a week or whatnot. I've decided to change things now, going forward. Now, as some of you faithful subscribers will know, if you didn't know this, shame on you. I don't know why you're on the channel. But for those faithful subscribers, you'll know that one of the main goals, one of the main things that drove me to do this when I got started, was that I am completing the 1001 film list to see before you die. Let me just show you quickly. For those of you who have forgotten, it's this book, 1001 Movies to See Before You Die. I'm working my way through that, and I'm buying movies pretty regularly. Pretty much, I'm either buying movies from this, and I'm trying to get them on Blu-ray or the best quality I can, and watching them, or I'm just buying movies that I'm really curious about, and that's it. Now, I'm doing such a mismatch of videos because I'm reviewing things. So here's an example, right? Here's an example. In one of the videos that I've got here, if I were to review 5 films that I've watched in the last week, I'd be reviewing things like the Bourne trilogy, Steelbook, something like Body of Lies, and then some random shit like Christmas Story and My Own Private Idaho, right? So all have their own qualities, all have their own things going for them, but they don't belong in the same video together, really. So I've decided that from henceforth, what I'm going to do is I'm going to number every video that I do based on what is going to come out of the 1001 list. So basically, let me start that again. Some videos that I submit will just be a review of one film and one film from the 1001 film list to see before you die. This will mainly be new films that I buy from that list, but it will also be me talking about films that I've previously owned. So one of the things that I've not been able to do on this is I've not been able to talk about films that I love, films that I absolutely love just because I've seen them before, so I'm only talking about the new films. So I'm going to start doing that. I'll do one video for every film that's in that list. So if I did have this YouTube account for 10 million years, then I would have about 1001 videos at the end of it, and each one for a film in that list. That's the way it's going to work going forward. Now, I don't know if it will be how they've been labelled. It might be like number 367 The Hangover, for example. But I don't know if that's how it's laid out in the book, so it might not work that way. I'll come up with the system anyway. So going forward, I'm just going to be reviewing one film when it comes to the 1001 movies list to see Before You Die. Outside of that, I will be doing my normal DVD Blu-ray roundup videos where I will just show a few. So there'll be more things that I've personally sought out and I'm interested in watching. That's why I've got them. And I'll review them as standard. But the main ones to watch out for are the 1001 film is To See Before You Die. I'm going to have, I think, no, let's not complicate it. That's how it's going to work from now on. If you guys have got any other suggestions, let me know, but I think that's how it's going to work from now on. I'll have a section of videos from my 1001 film list and a section of videos that I personally am into, and then any other bits and whatnot. So guys, that's the way it's going to work going forward. I've watched a lot of films since we last did a DVD. I last did a video. I don't even know whether to review these films or just talk about them briefly. I'm going to talk about them briefly because there's a few too many to talk about, and give you a quick few star rating. Passion of the Christ Blu-ray. Watched that for the first time about a week ago. I'm going to sum it all up in a nutshell, all the stuff for all of these. I'll give none of them more than 15 seconds. Mel Gibson directed. He may be a poor actor, he's a brilliant director. This is brilliantly directed. It's really stunning, really beautiful to look at. A little bit long. We get the message after a while, but visually it's very, very stunning. I'm looking forward to watching Apocalypto. Did like it. 8 out of 10 for that. The Ides of March, pre-owned from Blockbuster. Ryan Gosling and George Clooney. First 5-10 minutes, thought this is crap. Then you realise why Ryan Gosling really is going to be an actor to be reckoned with. This is a brilliant film. It's a slow burner. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I really, really enjoyed it. Slightly let down by the ending, the very ending. I really enjoyed it though. I thought it was a good film. 8 out of 10 on that as well. Can you believe I have never seen this before already? I only saw this a couple of days ago. This is the original Hangover. Yes, because I stay away from comedies. Anyway, I was very pleasantly surprised. It's intelligently written. The dialogue, the jokes are actually properly funny. They're not corny. This ain't Ben Stiller, Vince Vaughn, The Watch type jokes. Pretty good, although I'm sure that already with the sequel, which I haven't seen, that the jokes are going to get old and it's going to resort to a bit of slapstick, trying to push it too far. Again, with that, 8 out of 10 on that. Heard a lot of bad things about this one. Russell Crowe and Leonardo DiCaprio in Ridley Scott's Body of Lies. I have got to say that it isn't Ridley Scott's finest or any of their finest, but I really enjoyed it at the time. It's one of those films that at the time you think, yeah, that's a good film, what's so wrong with that? But as soon as it's over, like a day or two later, you're actually like, so what happened in that movie? It's not very memorable, but I remember enjoying it at the time. Let's give that one 7 out of 10. 6, 7 out of 10. It was okay. Don't have to slag it off. Also, I stayed away from this trilogy of films for a very long time. This is the Bourne trilogy steelbook. Chris Blue, my man, might be interested in seeing that because I'm now well on my way to collecting steelbooks good and proper now. It almost looks like the Terminator in that. I watched all 3 of these for the first time, and I will say that in my opinion they get progressively better. I really enjoy them as they go on. I can't really give these all 3 a review very quickly because everyone knows about them. I did enjoy them. The first one I was very confused by, in as much as it wasn't what I was expecting. They got progressively better, and it has a very different feel to other spy, espionage, undercover agent type films. It was a lot more void of emotion, a lot more vapid, if that makes sense. I did enjoy it. Saw Bourne Legacy at the cinema. Be interested to see what you guys thought of that. It obviously didn't quite live up to the bill, didn't quite live up to what Greengrass had done with Matt Damon. But I like Renner, and it was promising. It was a crap ending, even if they did use Moby's song. It was a crap ending. Right, now I do have to give this a little bit of time. This is the biggest surprise out of all of this bunch. This movie comes with my heartiest recommendation. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, seek it out. Wherever you are, seek it out and watch this. I can't recommend this one enough. This is probably one of my favourite films that I've seen in the last 5 years. One that I think is absolutely magnificent, brilliantly acted, brilliant story, so gripping, really stayed with me, so much so that I wanted to watch it again immediately when it ended. It's called Animal Kingdom. Some of you may know about this film. The only real actor you'll know from it, although the only real actor I knew from it was Guy Pearce, obviously. This is an Australian film. It's an Australian crime drama about a family who are involved in shady dealings. We've seen the story all before. We've seen it in American Tales. We've seen it in London Gangster Tales. It sounds very familiar, very dull, very boring. Watch it. It is gripping. It is intense. The acting is fantastic. Every single character is fantastic. Even the young boy, who at first I thought was a bit gormless, is played that way. I've seen interviews with him. He's not just acting badly. He's acting well to appear like he's acting badly, if that makes sense. This film is brilliant. It's brutal. It's bloody, and it's shocking. I really, really enjoyed it. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited about this film. I don't want to give too much away about it. 10 out of 10 on this. Go and see this film. This is highly, highly recommended by ShortTooth. Highly recommended. Now, see, these final two films that I'm going to do would normally be in my 1001 movie list thing. So I'm going to show them very quickly, side by side. This is My Own Private Idaho with Keanu Reeves and River Phoenix, and this is A Christmas Story, which apparently is a bit of a classic in America. I can't really talk about these now, but suffice to say, I didn't like this at all. I really didn't like it. I can see how some people could. I can see its potential. I can see its promise, see what it was going for, and I think it's very much of its time. I didn't really dig it that much. 5 out of 10. A Christmas Story, I actually thought was very, very funny. I thought the father was very funny in this. If you haven't seen it, it's a good one to check out around the Christmas time if you like watching things like Home Alone and whatnot around Christmas to get in the spirited feel and all that. I can't talk about them too much at the moment. I can't. I've seen a lot of films and whatnot. One other thing that I must add on top of all this, I can't show it, is Breaking Bad is a television series that I've just started and I'm hooked on it. It's absolutely fantastic. Really loving it. So I may review something to do with that coming up. Guys, that's it from me for now. There's a lot of films. I feel like I've watched more, but I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to stay on top of it now. So what we're going to be doing, like I said, is we're going to do those videos categorized as we go forward. The 1001 movies see before you die, one video for each one, and then the others just clustered together. You get a lot of moths in here. Thank you. This is my return. This is my triumphant return. I want a massive fanfare. I want everyone bigging me up. I want to feel welcome again. Otherwise, I'll run away again and hide. I won't. It's good to be back, guys. Keep on doing what you're doing. All of my subscribers, thank you so much. Everyone I subscribe to, keep doing your brilliant videos, because you're the reason that I keep coming back. You're the reason I make videos. I want to be part of this too. It's a beautiful thing we've got going. It's going to be a competition entry very, very soon. Guys, thank you for coming back. Thank you for sticking with me. I will see you in the next video, and looking forward to the changes. Take care.